20 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. You know, I don't know that I hear so many people complaining about cold-related skin conditions here in Florida. But I remember when I lived up in New York, this was something people talked about all the time. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that that has anything to do with what we're going to talk about right now, as a matter of fact. But we're going to talk about skincare. Dr. Cheryl Lee Eberting is on the phone. She is a board-certified dermatologist. She's involved in an eczema research study. Her niece, it says, was born with eczema, so we're going to ask about that, of course. She's a researcher. She's the creator of the True Lipids formula. We'll find out what that is. And just talk to her in general about the cosmetic and health problems of sensitive skin and how sensitive skin can be treated. Good morning, Dr. Eberting.
Good morning. It's great to be with you today.
Oh, thank you. It's good to have you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling you from Alpine, Utah. We've got a foot of snow on the ground.
Oh, man.
Nice.
See, I was going to try to make you jealous because it's warm here, but I think I'm more jealous of you right now. I want to be someplace with a foot of snow.
Yeah, I heard Florida has skipped winter this year, so.
Well, I think we got some tonight, but there will not be a foot of snow.
No, that would be really surprising.
So I guess we can go in that direction about skincare. Does the cold weather cause us to get rashes sometimes, or skin, or does it irritate an already existing skin condition?
Well, in general, it irritates an already skin condition, or it can unmask an already existing skin condition.
Oh, okay.
Cold weather, as you know, especially when you're indoors, the temperature inside goes up. The humidity goes down, and the humidity in your skin also goes down. So your skin dries out and becomes very itchy and then rashy.
So can I tell you something, and this might be just hogwash, but I think I stumbled upon something or something happened and it was a coincidence. So years ago, maybe 7 years ago, I had a little tiny thing of, like, it looked like a wart on my nose, and it turned out that it was skin cancer. What was it called?
Basil.
It was called basil. Okay. And I had a little, like somebody kissed me on my left cheek. It looked like somebody gave me a kiss. So when I went to the dermatologist, and he took care of the skin cancer, he got rid of it, thank goodness. But he also said that little kiss mark looks like rosacea, and he said it's probably it's probably going to spread. Okay. Well, it did. It got to the point where it was kind of embarrassing. Not always. It would be there sometimes and not other. I look like a kid. I'm 60 years old, and it looked like I was having, like, acne.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody told me, start drinking green tea. Now, I'm not trying to sell green tea to anybody, but I'm just telling you, I kind of stopped the coffee habit, even though I still drink a cup now and then. But I stopped the habitual coffee drinking, and I changed it to habitual green tea drinking.
Yes.
And I don't know, it went away. Do you think I stumbled on something, or was it just a coincidence?
You know, you never know. That's something that we need to have other people try it and see if it works for them too.
Okay.
And that's how scientific discoveries are made. You know, someone has an experience like, hey, is there something to this? Should I try it again? Yeah. And that's what I found in my practice also, and in creating the True Lipids products for treating eczema, is we started having my patients use them, and the results for their eczema was incredible. And it's like, well, are we onto something? Let's have everybody else who has eczema try it too, and we are.
Oh, I'm going to ask you about this. So when you have an itchy scalp and you go to the drugstore and you say, what can I get for an itchy scalp? He'll direct you to the eczema products. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Does eczema sometimes happen under the hair, on the scalp?
It absolutely does, and I think it is an under-recognized condition on the scalp. And the form of eczema that you see on the scalp is called allergic contact dermatitis. So it's an allergy to the chemicals in your regular hair care products. And unfortunately, 99.999% of hair care products contain fragrances or surfactants or preservatives that are really not friendly to our skin, to sensitive skin in particular, but to everyone's skin in general.
Oh, really?
So if you got something like ivory, because when babies are born, people are told to either get ivory detergent and shampoo or a Dreft for their clothes so the babies don't break out.
Yeah, so Dreft actually has some of the fragrances in there are not super great for baby skin. Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure the listeners get the good news here. So the True Lipids formula, is that something we go to the pharmacy to get?
Yeah, so you can find True Lipids on my website. It's truelipids.com.
Okay.
You can also get it in select compounding pharmacies across America. Part of the True Lipids line includes compounding bases. So this is another problem when you go and get a prescription, like say for your rosacea. Chances are you may react to one of the ingredients like propylene glycol, which is a very common allergen in topical prescription drugs. And it will help your rosacea, but it's going to irritate your skin at the same time. And so in addition to the over-the-counter True Lipids products for treating eczema and dry skin and psoriasis, we have 3 compounding bases that you can ask your doctor to write a prescription compounded into the True Lipids base, so you know that it is totally hypoallergenic and it is engineered to optimize your skin barrier.
When you say over-the-counter, so that means a person tries to self-diagnose, but you go to the drugstore and you have different things for eczema, for rosacea, for all of that stuff. How do you know which one you have?
Yeah.
That's a very good question, and that's when your dermatologist comes in handy. So a lot of people can really misdiagnose themselves on the internet and go down a rabbit hole thinking they have one thing, but they actually have something that looks like that is treated completely differently. And there is the advent of telemedicine. So this is another thing. We actually launched the world's first online eczema clinic. It's called eczemacliniconline.com, where you can actually get a consultation from me over the internet, and I can help you with your skin.
Really? Do we show you our skin on camera or something?
You can do it on camera, or you can actually send photos.
Oh, wow.
So when a person is experiencing this, say under their hair on the back of their head, and they feel little ridges and stuff, is that eczema?
I'd have to see it. More common on the scalp is psoriasis. But on the nape of the neck, so the back of your neck, right, that little dip in the back of your neck, it's super common for women in particular to have red, scaly skin right there. And a lot of people think that is psoriasis. I believe that is actually allergic contact dermatitis, what we were talking about originally, an allergy to the chemicals in your hair care products. Because that little dip in your neck kind of holds on to your hair care products. You have to rinse it out really good from right there. And most people don't, so it builds up right there and is more likely to cause an allergic reaction. When it comes to hair care products, you want to find something that has no fragrance. It does not have a preservative called MCI, or methylchloroisothiazolinone, a really long name.
Oh, I've seen that on products, yeah.
MCI, yeah. It's super allergenic and is also carcinogenic. And then you want to avoid surfactants. Obviously, you want a sulfate-free face wash and shampoo. But you want to avoid surfactants called cocamidopropylbetaine, or CAPB. That surfactant is particularly irritating for people who have eczema, and people who have eczema are more likely to be allergic to that surfactant as well.
Wow, that's so much information. The good news is we are recording this interview, so we'll put it up on Facebook and YouTube, so for the listeners, you can listen to it again. And also, we'll make sure the websites are posted on there, because I think that's going to be very useful information. And if you can squeeze in a phone call, we've got about 2 minutes left. Can you do that?
Sure, I've got lots of time.
Okay,
sure.
Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Thank you. We good friends of ours have a daughter around, I think she's around 8 or 9 years old, loaded with freckles. Why do some people have freckles and other people don't, and both the parents don't have freckles?
Okay, the freckle question.
Okay, so somewhere in her DNA she has redhead genes, and freckles it's your skin's attempt to protect itself from ultraviolet radiation. People who have red hair have a different type of melanin. It's called pheomelanin than people who do not have red hair. And the melanin, which is the pigment producing, the pigment in your skin, people who have red hair, their melanocytes, which make the melanin, make a different shape of melanin that makes you freckle. And if you do not have the red hair genes, you tend to not make those freckles. And so somewhere in her DNA, there are some red hair genes.
Wow, I never knew that. That is interesting to know. Okay, we've got under a minute now, so let's make sure we leave with the websites repeated. Please do at least the 2 that you gave us.
Sure. So True Lipids, TrueLipids.com, and eczemacliniconline.com. So True Lipids is a technology that I invented for optimizing the skin barrier in people who have eczema. The products replace the lipids. They help to address inflammation, infection, and allergy in people who have sensitive skin and eczema.
Good information, Doctor. Thank you so much for being on the air with us. Have fun in the foot of snow. I'm jealous.
I will. Thanks so much.
If you're ever in Florida, though, come in and say hi. We will take a little break. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. The House approving the $1.1 trillion spending plan.
On this vote, the yeas are 316, the nays are 113.
The bill to keep government funding going through next September. Senate approval and President Obama's signature expected later today. Enrique Marquez facing charges of conspiracy and buying the rifles used in this month's deadly San Bernardino attacks.
Farouk and his wife, Tashfeen Malik, the two responsible for the terrorist attack, died in a shootout afterwards with police. Marquez met Farouk in 2005 when he moved in next door to him in California. The FBI says Marquez converted to Islam after being introduced to the religion by Farouk and later became radicalized by him.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers. Federal health officials are proposing a ban on the use of tanning beds for anyone under age 18, part of an ongoing effort to reduce skin cancers caused by the devices. Fox News. We report, you decide.
And now, a touching moment while staying in touch with Geico.
Just the other night, as I gazed up into the sky, I saw a shooting star. In that moment, I made a wish that Geico would be available 24/7, by phone, on the web, or with the Geico app. After that, I realized my wish had already come true. So basically, I had just wasted a perfectly good wish. Then I started to think about dolphins and felt better right away.
Geico. Anywhere, anytime.
Ho, 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 in one. The Golfsmith Gift Pros here with another gift-giving lesson. Here's a letter from Sylvia. Dear Gift Pros, what should I get my husband for Golfmas? Sylvia, how about a new set of clubs? With a qualifying purchase of Callaway XR irons or woods, you'll get a free gift card valued at up to $150. Ask one of our experts for details. And remember to swing your credit card with one fluid motion. For more gift-giving tips, go to Golfsmith or golfsmith.com. Anything for golf.
Okay, guys, the clock is ticking down, and there's only a few shopping days left. And let's face it, we all know that there's only one true gift that never fails: jewelry. The place to go? J&J Jewelers in the Jasmine Plaza on 200. Silver is the new gold, and J&J Jewelers has a new line of heirloom quality silver from the collection of Thistle & Bee. And as the exclusive Thistle & Bee dealer, you won't find these pieces anywhere else nearby. Beautifully crafted pieces that can be passed down for generations. And they've made it a little easier on us guys too, because whatever collection she likes, there's a perfectly matched piece, so we don't have to guess. And she won't have to guess where you went when she opens that elegant gift-wrapped box from J&J Jewelers. And while they might have taken some of the guesswork out, they can't slow down the clock. So you'd better hurry down to J&J Jewelers, 6160 Southwest State Road 200 in the Jasmine Plaza.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
So how can watching a scary film make you happier? When the scary, heart-pounding moments end, we get a surge of feel-good chemicals, which can leave us feeling happy long after the movie is over. The study finds we can save 40 cents per gallon on average buying milk at the drugstore. The first step in breaking a hair-pulling habit is to simply be aware of it, because most nervous habits are done unconsciously.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Here are today's headlines from the source WOCA. The Star Banner is reporting that a 37-year-old man who had aspirations of becoming a Marion County Sheriff's Office deputy has died after falling ill following an agility test. The report states that Dondra Williams of Green Cove Springs was a former athlete and coach. Sheriff's Office spokesman Lieutenant Ryan Robbins said Williams died at Monroe Regional Medical Center. On Tuesday, Williams passed the Sheriff's Office physical agility test and soon afterwards asked for help. Officials said he was rushed to the hospital. The report in the Star Banner states that this is the first time anyone has died following the test since the course began. Williams was married, was a member of multiple juvenile justice programs, and had led community outreach efforts. The specific cause of his death was not included in the report. The medical marijuana amendment that's been making the rounds in Florida has just been cleared to appear on the November ballot, but only if they get enough signatures. The Florida Supreme Court is not endorsing the medical marijuana proposition being championed by Orlando attorney John Morgan, but the justices say there's no legal reason to keep it off the ballot. The High Court says the ballot summary, the title, and the financial impact statement accurately describe the effect of the amendment, but they're not done yet. Morgan and his allies need 683,000 valid signatures to earn a place on next year's ballot. Officials with United for Care say they've already collected 900,000 signatures, but only 400,000 have been verified. Metal detectors are now being used at the entrances to Orlando's three big theme parks. Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld have begun screening guests before they enter the parks. It's unclear if the detectors will be permanent or a temporary addition for the busy holiday season. Park security has been more visible since the terror attacks in Paris and San Bernardino. Police have not said if the theme parks have been the targets of specific threats. Walt Disney World also announced that it would stop selling toy guns and said it will ban people over 14 from wearing costumes in the parks. Suwannee County Commissioners recently approved an application to cover costs of a drone for their fire department. Lake City Fire Chief Frank Armiggio said the station was approved for a drone by city commissioners back in October. He says the drones can be used to evaluate the scene of a fire for future crimes. He said we can use it for pre-fire planning so the firefighters can get up in the ceiling on the roof of these commercial buildings. That according to a statement from Frank Armiggio, who also says that this is just one important extra step in protecting firefighters in dangerous situations. Fire officials from other departments, including Columbia County, who have not yet been approved for a drone, say using this technology to fight fires is still a foreign idea to many people. The final state redistricting trial in a nearly 4-year legal battle over Florida's political boundaries ended with both sides trading charges of partisan gerrymandering, some of them the same accusations that have been hurled in court since the beginning. In closing arguments yesterday before Leon County Circuit Judge George